Hi everyone, it's Chet here from websitewizard.tv. In this video I'm going to show you how to make a stunning website that's mobile friendly and SEO friendly. And adding content is going to be super simple and easy. And I'm going to show you everything step by step from start to finish. So it doesn't matter if you've never built a website before or you've got no experience, because I'm going to show you how to do everything in this video step by step, and you don't need to write a single line of code. And we're going to be building the website using the same technology as large organizations and celebrities like CNN, Yahoo, Beyonce and Kim Kardashian. And you're going to love this course, as the pre-release got 5-star reviews from thousands of people just like you that started out as complete beginners, and they've now all got fully functioning websites. So go ahead and favorite the video so you've got it saved for later. Let's get started. So this is the website we're going to be building in this tutorial, and this website's completely mobile friendly, so this website will display perfectly on any screen size, whether it's a mobile, tablet or a desktop. So as you can see on this website, we've got our heading right here with our background image, we've got our services here. So if this is a business website, you can talk about your services here, or if this is a personal website, you can talk about your skills here, or whatever. You can completely customize the content. We've also got this Our Team section here, and we've got some testimonials here and some extra little juicy facts. Then in the footer you can put your pages, your email, contact telephone number, Google Maps, and then in the footer we've got some social links right here, so you can customize all of this. So whether it's a personal website, a business website, portfolio website, whatever, you can completely customize all of this content to suit your needs. And we've also got our website logo right here, and this is one of the free customizable website logos you can grab on our website at websitewizard.tv. And if you've got a question at any point, then just leave me a comment below the video, as I've been building websites for a long time now, so I'm likely to know the answer to your questions. So to get a website online, you need a couple of things. You need a domain name and web hosting. So the domain name is just your website name. So for example, twitter.com is a domain name. And the web hosting is just where we store our website files so that our website can be seen online. So we're over at Hostgator here, and this is where we can grab our domain name and our web hosting. And I've been with Hostgator for around 7 years now, and they're perfect for beginners. So if you look at the top here, you get free 24-hour support here. So anytime you've got a problem, all you need to do is you can call them on their toll-free telephone number, or you can click on their live chat here, and then you can talk to someone directly online. And these are both free and 24 hours. So to get started, click on Get Started Now, and then click on Choose a Plan. Now as you can see right here, we can choose between 3 hosting plans here. They've got a hatchling plan, a baby plan and a business plan. Now you don't need this business plan, so you can just choose between the hatchling plan and the baby plan right here. Now the only difference between the baby plan and the hatchling plan is with the hatchling plan you can only host a single domain. So that means you can only have one website under this package. Whereas with the baby plan you can host unlimited domains. So that means you can have as many websites as you like under this one package, and you only pay the one price here. So if you're only going to have one website online, then you can grab the hatchling package. But if you're going to have more than one website, then go for the baby plan, because you can have as many websites as you like. So in this tutorial, we're going to use the hatchling package here. So click on Sign Up Now. And what I'll do is I'll leave a link to this correct hosting package in the video description. So as you can see, in step 1, we need to choose a domain here. So this is our website name. Now you can see 2 tabs here. You can see a Register a New Domain tab, and there's this I Already Own This Domain tab. So if you already purchased your domain name elsewhere, then you would simply click on I Already Own This Domain, and then simply type in your domain name here. But in this tutorial, we're grabbing our domain name and our web hosting, so we need to click on Register a New Domain here. So let's choose our website name then. So I'm going to type in my website, and then the .com is selected here on the right. So I'll select the .com here. And as you can see, mywebsite.com is unavailable. So someone's already purchased that website name. But what it does is it gives us suggestions below of alternative domain extensions for the same website name we typed. And as you can see, if we scroll down, these are all taken here. So mywebsite.net, mywebsite.org, they're all unavailable. So let's try another website name. So let's try mysuperwebsites.com. And as you can see, mysuperwebsite.com is taken already, but as you can see below, there's a number of different domain extensions for that same website name that are available here. So as an alternative, you might want to go for mysuperwebsite.net. And if you want that, then you just select that right here. Or if you really do want the .com, then all you need to do is just keep trying different website names here until you find a .com that is available. I'm just going to click on mysuperwebsite.net to select that so we can move on. So I've selected mysuperwebsite.net for my website name. So now I'll scroll down here. So as you can see right here, they've added on this extra here, this domain privacy protection, and that's adding on an extra $10 a year. So what this essentially does is it will associate your domain name with your details. So that's an extra add-on here, and they've added that on by default. So if you want that, you can select that for the $10 extra a year, or you can unselect that. I'm going to unselect that in this tutorial and then move on to the next step. So as you can see, in the next step, we need to choose a hosting plan. Now we already selected the hatchling plan in the previous step. So what you want to do is under billing cycle here, you can see currently by default it's set to pay for 36 months in advance. Now if you hit the drop down here, you can choose to pay monthly, you can choose to pay for 3 months in advance, 6 months, 12 months, 24 months or 36 months. Now if you're a complete beginner, I definitely recommend that you go for the monthly payment option here. So click on 1 month here. So that way you're not tied into anything long term. So select 1 month here. And then on the next step, you need to choose a username and a security pin. So you want to enter those here, and obviously you want to make sure you remember those because you will need those at some stage. So enter your username and security pin and then scroll down to the next step. So as you can see right here, we need to enter our billing information here. So on the right here, you can select whether you want to pay by credit card or by PayPal. And then on the left, you want to fill in all of your details right here. Now, one thing to note is you want to make sure you're entering a valid email here, because when you sign up with Hostgator, they're going to send you a welcome email. And in that welcome email, it's going to contain all of your important login information. So you want to make sure you're entering your email correctly here. So select your payment type on the right here and then enter all your details here and then scroll down to the next step. So as you can see here, they've got some additional services here, and you can see they've selected some of those by default, and these are actually adding extra costs right here. As you can see, this is $2 a month, this one is $16 a year, $5 a month and $10 a month. Now we don't need any of these extra add-ons, so just go ahead and unselect all of these extra add-ons they've selected here. So unselect all of these here and then scroll down to the next step. So you can see right here, they've got this coupon code applied here by default. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a couple of other coupons which will get you a bigger discount. And I'll leave the details for these coupons in the video description. So you want to remove this coupon right here and instead type FlowerPower, and that's with no spaces. So once you type FlowerPower here, click on validate. And as you can see right here, our amount due has dropped all the way down to $12.96. So the FlowerPower coupon is the best coupon to use when paying monthly. But if you're going to pay for a yearly or for 6 months in advance, then you can also use the easy peasy coupon here. So type easy peasy here. That's with no spaces, and then click validate. But in this case, we're paying monthly, so the FlowerPower coupon will give us the bigger discount here. So type FlowerPower, click on validate, and then your amount due will drop down to $12.96. So once you've done that, scroll down to the bottom here, and click here to agree to the terms, and then click checkout now. So once you click checkout now and the payment's gone through, what Hostgator will do is they will send you a welcome email, and in that welcome email it will contain all of your login details for your hosting account so that we can log in and start setting up our website. So go ahead and click checkout now. So when you receive your welcome email from Hostgator, it's going to contain these details right here. So all you need to do is click on this control panel link right here to open that in the web browser, and then use your username and your password here to log in. And make sure you don't delete this email because it contains all of your important details right here. So click on this control panel link here to open that in the web browser, and then use your username here and password to log in. So after clicking the control panel link in your welcome email, you'll be on this page right here. So all you need to do is use the username and password in your welcome email to log in right here. So go ahead and do that now, and I'll pause the video while I log in. So after logging in, you'll be on this page right here. And so we're inside our control panel, or cPanel as it's often called. So all you need to do here is scroll down until you reach software and services, as you can see right here, and then just click on quick install. And then you want to scroll down here and click on WordPress under popular installs. So click on WordPress here, and then click on install WordPress. So what you want to do now is just hit this drop down here and select your website name here. Leave this part here empty, and then you want to type in an admin email here, and this is the email that's going to receive the login details for your website. So enter your email here, and then in the next part we need to enter our blog title, or in this case our website title. So enter your website title here. So if you don't know what to use for your website title, then you can just have this as your domain name. So if your domain name was mypinkjackets.com, then you can just enter mypinkjackets here for your website title. But we can change this later on anyway, so it doesn't matter what you put here. I'm just going to put website wizard, as this is an example site. Then scroll down here and you want to enter an admin user here. And this is the username that you're going to use to log into your website. So enter your username here, and then you can enter your names here. So once you've entered your details here, click on Install WordPress. And as you can see at the top here, it tells us that our install is complete. So you need to hit the drop down here next to View Credentials. So as you can see here, we've been given this admin area URL, our username and a password. So this username is the username we just selected in the previous step, and then we've been given a password here for this username. So this is the username and password that we would use to log into our website. And this link right here is the URL you visit when you want to log into your website. So it's your website name followed by /WP admin. So anytime you want to log into your website, you would visit this URL right here and then log in with this username and password. So make note of these. So note these down somewhere on your computer. And then what you want to do is you want to click on this link to open that in the web browser and then use these details to log in. So I'm going to copy the password here. So copy the password, and then I'm going to click this link right here to open that in the web browser. So go ahead and do that. So we're now on the login page for our website. Now if you're not seeing this login page right here and instead you're seeing some kind of an error message, all that means is the new domain name that you just registered is still propagating. And that just basically means it's still being set up. So if you are seeing an error message here, you just want to wait a few hours, and then when you visit that link again, you should be seeing the login page right here. So if you do get an error message on this page, just wait a few hours to make sure that your domain name that you just registered is set up properly, and once it's set up, when you visit the link, you'll be on this login page right here. So what you want to do now is just use your username and password from the previous step to log in. So I'm going to do that now. So we're now logged into our WordPress dashboard, and this is the area where we're going to make all of the changes and customizations to our website. So the first thing we want to do is just remove some of the sample content that WordPress created when we installed it. So what you want to do is hover over posts here and click on all posts, and then hit the checkbox here to select this Hello World post, and then click trash here. And then what you want to do on the left here is hover over pages and click on all pages, and then select this checkbox right here to select the sample page here. So select that and then hover over this and click on trash. And then you want to hover over plugins on the left here and click on installed plugins. And you want to select all of these plugins right here. So you can select those individually like this, or if you select the checkbox at the top here next to plugin, that will automatically select all of those. So select all of the plugins here, click the drop down here, select deactivate, and then click apply. So now that we've deactivated all of those plugins, we can now go ahead and delete those. So select all of these plugins again. I'm going to click the checkbox at the top here to select all of those, then hit the drop down, click on delete this time, and then click apply. And then click yes, delete these files and data. And there we go, we've now deleted all of the unnecessary sample content. So let me begin by explaining some of the options in the left panel here. So posts here is what you would use to create blog posts. And then pages here is what you would use to create your website pages. So your about us, contact us, services page, etc. So you would create pages for those, and then you would create posts for blog posts. Media here is where you upload all of your media to your website. So all of your images and other media files, etc. will be uploaded through the media here. Comments are where you can enable or disable the comments on your blog posts. And then we've got appearance here, and then plugins. So the appearance here is where we will install our themes, our WordPress themes, and the WordPress themes give our website its overall appearance. So the great thing about WordPress is when you want to change the complete look of your website, all you need to do is install a new WordPress theme. And then we've got WordPress plugins, and these are very similar to iPhone apps. So they add extra functions to your website. So as an example, if you wanted a contact form on your website, then all you would need to do is add a contact form plugin right here. And that allows you to have a contact form on your website. So if you think of an iPhone, the appearance here, the themes, are like the iPhone skins that you can apply to your phone to make it look different. And then the iPhone apps are like plugins here, where they add extra functions to your website. So let's begin by setting the permalinks for our website. So hover over settings here and click on permalinks. And then you want to select post name here, scroll down to the bottom and click save changes. So this option right here that we selected is the most SEO friendly way to have our URLs on our website. So what that essentially does is it will make the page or post's title also become the URL for the page, and that's the most SEO friendly way to do it. So as an example, if we created a contact us page with the title of contact us, then the URL for that page would be our website name followed by /contact us. So let's take a look at our website right now. So to look at our website, you just hover over your website name right at the top here, and then click on Visit Site. So as you can see, this is how our website currently looks with the default WordPress theme installed. But what we're going to do is we're going to install a different WordPress theme, and that's going to give our website a completely different look. So to head back to our WordPress dashboard, you would hover over your website name at the top here and then click on dashboard. So we're now back inside the WordPress dashboard where we can make the changes to our website. So let's install a new theme. So to do that, hover over appearance here and then click on themes. And then you can see there's 3 themes here, and these are the themes that are already installed on our website. So we want to install a new theme. So click on add new here. And you can see we're inside the featured tab here. So if you scroll down, you can see a number of featured themes available here, and these are all free. And then you can click on the popular tab here, and that will list some of the popular themes that are being used. So you can scroll down and take a look at those as well. But what we're going to do is we're going to be using the Quest theme on this website. So what you need to do is click in the search box right here and then type Quest and then hit enter on your keyboard. So what you want to do, you can see the Quest theme right here. So hover over that and click on install and then click on activate. And you can see right here at the top, it tells us that the theme is recommending the Meta Slider plugin. So click on begin installing plugin for Meta Slider here. And then click on install here. And then as you can see, it tells us here that it successfully installed the plugin. So click to return here. And then click on activate to activate that plugin. Now, if for some reason you wasn't seeing that option in the top to install the plugin, then you can install it manually by hovering over plugins here, clicking on add new, and then in the search box you would type Meta Slider, hit enter on the keyboard, and then you would see the Meta Slider here, and then you can just click install now. As you can see here, it's already installed, so it's telling us it's installed, and that's because we just installed it. So let's hover over appearance then and click on themes again. So we just installed the Quest theme and activated that, and you can see that right here. So this is the theme we're going to be working with on this website. So now that we've installed this Quest theme, let's take a look at our website now. So hover over your website name at the top here and click on visit site. So as you can see, with the Quest theme installed, our website looks slightly different here. And as you can see here, we need to do a lot of customizations to this site to get it looking how we want it. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. So hover over the website name at the top here and click on dashboard. So what we want to do now is start creating some website pages. So hover over pages here and click on add new. So at the top here, this is where you would enter your page title. And at the bottom here, this is where you would enter your page content. And if you click this icon at the end here, that will open up some more formatting options. So let's type in our page title here as home, and then we don't want to add any content right now, we'll do that later on. So just type in home as your title and then click on publish. So let's create our second page here. So at the top here you can click add new here, or another way you can do it is hover over pages here and click add new. They both do the same thing. So I'm going to click add new at the top here to add our second page, and I'm going to give this a title of about us, and then I'll leave the content blank for now. We can add that later on. So put your title here, about us, and then click publish. And then I'm going to add our third page, so click on add new at the top here. And then I'm going to give this a title of contact us. And then click publish. And then let's create our fourth page, so click on add new here. And type in blog for the title here. And then click publish. So we've created 4 website pages. A home page, about us page, a contact us page, and a blog page. And we haven't added any content to those pages yet, so we'll do that later on. So now that we've created those 4 pages, let's take a look at our website. So if you hover over the website name at the top here, you can click visit site to visit our website, or what I like to do sometimes is I like to right click on visit site and open that in a new tab. So that way I've got my dashboard here in the first tab, and then I've got my website in the second tab right here. So as you can see here in the top menu, we've got our About Us page, our blog page, our Contact Us page, and our home page. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. I've got that open in the first tab. If you had it open in the same tab, then you would just hover over your website name and click Dashboard. So we're now inside the WordPress dashboard. So let's go ahead and create and customize our menu for our website. So to do that, hover over Appearance and click on Menus here. And then what we want to do here is for the menu name here, you want to enter Top Menu here. And then click on Create Menu. And then let's just go ahead and delete. These are all the items that are currently inside our menu. So I'm going to just remove all of those just to show you how to add those. So to remove those, hit the drop down, click on Remove. That removes the first one. Do the same thing for the remaining 4. Hit the drop down, click Remove. Hit the drop down, click Remove. Hit the drop down, click Remove. And then do that for the remaining 1. So now our website menu is completely empty. So what we want to do now is add our pages to our menu. So on the left here, you can see that the pages drop down is open. So you want to make sure that's open. And then you can select our pages. As you can see, our most recent pages are all listed right here. So we can select all of those and then just click Add to Menu. So we've got all of these 4 items in our menu right now. And you can actually change the order of them. So this one would be the first item in the menu. This would be the second. This would be the third. And this would be the fourth. So let's just drag these to reorder those. So I'm going to put the home one first, About Us, Contact Us, and then Blog. And then what I want to do now is scroll down, select Primary Menu here, and then click Save Menu. So what we want to do now is go down to Settings here and click on Reading. And as you can see here, front page displays, you want to select a static page here. And then for the front page here, we want to hit the drop down and select the home page we just created a few moments ago. Then for the post page, we want to hit the drop down and select the blog page we also created. And then click Save Changes here. So let's take a look at some of the theme settings now. So hover over Appearance and click on Customize. And then you want to click on General, and then at the top you want to click on Site Identity. So as you can see, for the site title, I've got this website wizard here. So if you want to customize the site title, you can customize that right here. So for this example site, I'm going to be building a beauty salon. So for the site title, I'm just going to call this beauty salon here. So enter whatever you want for your website title here. And then in the tagline here, you want to remove this default text here. And then you can either leave that blank or you can just type in a short description summarizing what your website's about. I'm going to leave that blank here. So as you can see right here, we can choose our website icon. So to do that, click on Select Image. So you can see right now, we have the option to upload our media to this website. So we want to upload our site icon. And you can upload media to your website in 2 different ways. You can click on the select files here to select the image or file from your computer, or you can drag the files to this screen right here and that will automatically upload those. And if you look at the top right here, there's an Upload Files tab and then a Media Library tab. So the Media Library tab will list all of the images and media that you've already uploaded to your website, so that if you want to reuse any of those, then you can click the Media Library tab and select those there. And the Upload Files tab is just where we upload new files and media to our website. So I'm going to upload the site icon and I'm going to drag the image to this screen to do that. So let me reduce the browser screen size. And then I'm going to open up the folder on my computer containing the site icon, as you can see right here. So I'm going to just select that and drag that over here and drop the image right here. Now as you can see, the image is displaying here with a check mark, so that means it's uploaded to the website. So now in the bottom right, I can click on Select here, And then if you like, you can drag this around to crop the image. In this case, the image looks fine. So I'm just going to click crop image here at the bottom right. And as you can see, our site icon is displaying right here. So what you want to do is click save and publish at the top here to save those changes. And you can see our image is displaying right here, right at the top here. So whenever you make changes in the left panel here, you want to make sure you click to save the changes, because on the right here, this on the right here is just showing a preview of how our website looks with the changes we make on the left here. However, this is just a preview of our website. So when you make the change here on the left and the changes display here in the website preview, it's just a preview. You need to click save here for those changes to actually go live on your site. So now that you've saved the changes, click on the back icon here and then click on logo right here. So we can select our logo for our website. So click on select image here. And as you can see, we're inside the media library tab. So this is displaying all of the media already uploaded to our website. So you can see our site icon is displaying here. So what we need to do is we need to click on the upload files tab here. And then you can click this button to select that from your computer, or you can drag the file to the screen, which is the method I like to use. So I'm going to reduce the screen size here. Then I'm going to grab the logo here from my computer and drag that into the screen here. And you can see right here, the image is displaying right here. And it's got the check mark, so that means it's already uploaded to the website. So now that it's selected here, you can select the file you want by just clicking on it. I'm going to click this one here as it's the website logo. Then I'm going to click choose image here in the bottom right. And as you can see, our website logo is displaying right here in the website preview. And this is one of the free customizable logos you can grab on our website at websitewizard.tv. And you can customize those logos with your own text. And I'll leave a link to that in the video description. So now that we've uploaded our website logo here, we need to click on save and publish to save those changes. So let's click on the back icon here and click on site identity. So because we've uploaded our website logo here, we can now remove our website title from our website. So to do that, select hide title here, and that will hide that right there. So we've just got our website logo. So click on save and publish and then hit back. So what you want to do now is click on social profiles here. This is where you can enter all of your social accounts here. So you just simply enter the URL for your social page right here. So let me just enter a couple as examples. So click in Facebook here. I'll type in http facebook.com/your page name. And then I'll do the same thing for Twitter. So http www.twitter.com/your page URL. So you can enter your social accounts here and then click save and publish. So now that you've saved the changes, you want to click on this cross here to head back to the WordPress dashboard. So make sure you click save before doing this. So click save, click on the cross here. We've returned to the WordPress dashboard, so let's take a look at our website now. So hover over your website name and click on visit site. And if you look at the top menu here, you can see our social links right here. And then you can also see our website logo right here. And then our pages in the menu. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard and continue with our customizations. So hover over the website name at the top and click on dashboard. So let's go back to appearance and click on customize. And then click on layout here. And then click on header. So as you can see here, it's got this show search icon. So if you look at our website preview in the right here, that's this search box right here. So when you hover over this, you got a search box. So if you don't want a search box there, then you can uncheck this right here, and that will get rid of that from our menu. If you do want that, then keep this checked, and then so we've got the search box right here. And then you've got this show secondary header here, and this is this green part right at the top here, which contains our social links and some extra info that we can put right here if we like. So you can uncheck that if you want to get rid of that, or you can keep that checked, and then you can customize this text here. So to do that, you would simply customize this text right here. So if you want, you could have your email here. So I'll just put example@email.com, and then that will display right here at the top. I'm going to remove this green part in this tutorial, so I'm going to keep show secondary header unchecked, and then I'm going to click save and publish. So let's hit the back icon here and then click on footer. And then you want to select show social icons right here, and then click save and publish. And if I scroll down in the website preview, you can see that will allow us to have our social links in the footer right here. So select show social icons right here, click save, and then click the back icon right here. So what you want to do now is click on blog post page here. And as you can see, we can choose the position of our sidebar. It's currently set to right. So if you look in the website preview here, you can see the sidebar is on the right. Or you could hit the drop down and choose left to have our sidebar on the left. Or you could choose none to get rid of the sidebar here completely. So let's hit the back icon here. And then click the back icon again. And then click on typography here. And then click on site title and tagline. And you can see right here we can choose the font family for this website. So if you hit the drop down, you can customize this and choose whatever font family you want on this website right here. I'm going to hit the drop down and choose this one right here. And then click save and publish. And then I'm going to click the cross icon to return to the WordPress dashboard. So what we can do now is we can start adding some content to our website pages. So to return to our website pages, hover over pages and click on all pages. And we can see all of the pages that we've currently created for our website right here. So hover over home here and click on edit. And on the right here under template, you want to hit the drop down and select page builder. And then click on add new section here. So click on columns here and then select this one right here. So if you click on this gear icon here on the section with the blue background, click on the gear icon, and then you can select your background image right here. So on background image here, click on upload, and then we're inside the media library tab, so we need to click upload files tab here, and you can click to select that from your computer or drag the file to this screen. I'm going to use the drag the file method, so I'm going to reduce the screen size. Then I'm going to drag the background image to the screen right here, and as you can see it's currently uploading right here, so we need to wait for that. Once it's uploaded, the image will display right here, as you can see. So that's finished uploading and it's selected. So I can click select image here and then click on save. So now let's click on add module here and then click text. So then you can type in or paste in some text right here, and this is going to be a heading on your website. So I've pasted in the text right here. I'm going to highlight the text here, click the drop down here and make that a heading 3. Then I'm going to select the text and click this icon right here to center align the text. So this is very similar to how you would format text in Microsoft Word. So you simply type in or paste in your text right here, and then you can format it using the options right here. So let's type this is an example paragraph, and then what I can do is I can highlight paragraph here click on the bold icon, and that makes that bold. To remove that, I can highlight the text again, and you can see that icon right here is indented, so that means it's already bold. So if I click that, it will now remove the bold from that text right there. If I want to make this a bullet point, I can click here, click on the bullet point icon, and click here again and unselect this icon to remove that. I can highlight this text, center align it with this icon, right align or left align. I can highlight this text and make that a quotation, or I can highlight that again and remove that. And I can underline this whole paragraph using the underline icon here, highlight that, unselect that to remove that. So it's very similar to how you would format text in Microsoft Word. And if I wanted to make this paragraph here, this text, a link, highlight that, click on this link icon. I can type or paste in the link right here, just type in anything.com, and then you can click add link, and then that makes that a link. Or to remove the link, you simply highlight that again, and then click this remove link icon right here. So anyway, I'm just going to remove all of that, and I've put my heading right here, which is going to display on our website homepage, and I made that a H3, a heading free, and I center aligned that. So click on save once you've put your website heading for your homepage, and click save. And now in top here, I'm going to click updates to update those changes. So let's take a look at our website right now. So to do that, hover over your website name at the top, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click on visit site and open that in a new tab, so that way we don't lose this page right here. So I'll return to the second tab, which contains our website. So this is how our website currently looks. We've got our custom logo here, we've got our social links here in the footer, and then we've got the background image right here, which we uploaded a second ago, and then we've got our heading right here, which we just created. So let's continue on with customizations. So head back to the WordPress dashboard, which is in the first tab right here. Let's continue on customizing our homepage right here. So what you want to do is you want to scroll down here to the bottom and select transparent here for the header type. And then at the top, click updates to update those changes. And if we quickly head back to our website, so hover over the website name, let's right click on visit site and open that in a new tab, so we've got this page right here. So visit our website. What I want to do is I want this image to spread down a little further down the page so you can see more of this background image. So I'm going to head back to the first tab with my WordPress dashboard. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to scroll down here. And in this text section here, so inside this section here, you've got text, which contains our title that we just created. So you can click on that to open that up. Or another way to do it is you can click on this pencil icon here. So that will edit this module, this text module, which contains our heading. So click on the pencil icon. Then what I can do is I can put the cursor here and just hit return on the keyboard a couple of times, and the cursor's down here now, so that's created a bit of a space here, so I can click save here, scroll up to the top and click update to save those changes. And now if we take a look at our website, so hover over the website name and let's open that in a new tab. So right click and open in a new tab. And then you can see right here on our homepage, the image, our background image has spread down a little further now. So this looks a little nicer. So I'm going to head back to the first tab containing the WordPress dashboard, and I'll just close the website there. So let's continue on customizing the homepage. So let's quickly head back to the website. Just want to show you something briefly. If you hover over the website name, right click on visit site and open that in a new tab. And then head to the second tab. What you can see right here is when we added our background image here, we can actually no longer see the menu here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me just try to highlight that right here. So our menu item is now no longer visible because of this background image. So what we want to do is we want to change the text color on these menu items so that we can see those. So let's head back to the first tab in the WordPress dashboard. And what I want to do now is scroll down to the bottom of this page and then click this menu text color. So we can customize the text color of our menu. So click on here, and I think if we make our menu item a light grayish color, that should be a little better. Whoops, let me just scroll down to the bottom again. There we go. So you can click here to choose some colors here. So I've clicked here to choose a light grayish color here, or you can choose the colors down here. So I'll click here to select a gray color, and then I can scroll up to the top and click update. And then that's saved the changes. So let's head back to the website. So hover over the website name, let's right click on visit site and open that in a new tab so we don't lose this page. So there we go. If you look at our website now, you can see we can now see our website menu items more clearly now against this background image. Now this one right here is not visible. It's green, the text is green, so we can't really see that very well. So this is the page that's clicked. So when you click on a page, the color of that turns green. So let's change that to a similar color to this so we can see that. And also the hover color is green, which makes it difficult to see against the background image. So let's change that. So I'm going to return to the first tab, which has our WordPress dashboard. Then I'm going to scroll down to the bottom, and we did the first one here, menu text color. So let's do the menu text hover color and then menu active border color. So these are currently green, so let's just make this the same color as this. So what we can do is we can click on this first gray color here. We can actually copy this code right here. This is the hexadecimal code, which is basically just the code that generates this color. So if you right click on that color and copy, and scroll down to the next one, menu text hover color, click on this green here, and then you can paste in the code here so that we've got exactly the same gray as the first one. Or if you want a different color, just click on it and you can select the colors down here, and then you can sort of drag around here and choose different colors. I'm going to paste in the same gray code color here and then click here, and you can see it's now gray like the first one. So let's scroll down and do the third one, the menu active item border color. Click on this here. I'm going to paste in that code for the gray color. Click off the screen here, and now you can see all three of these now, the menu text color, the menu text hover color, and the menu active item color is gray. So now I've done that, I can scroll to the top and click update to save the changes. Then I can hover over the website name at the top here, right click on visit site and open that in a new tab. Head on over to the second tab, and you can see here, we can see the menu items fine here. And actually I think I'll make the active one white. So we'll head back to the dashboard again, scroll down to the bottom in our home page here, and for this menu text hover color and menu active color, I'm going to make those white. So I can select white right here, and then I'll do the same thing for the last one, menu active item border color. Click on that and I'll select white here. And then scroll up to the top and click update to save the changes. And then once that's updated, I'll hover over the website name at the top, right click on visit site and open it in a new tab. Head on over to the second tab, and you can see that looks a lot better now. So we've got white for the active one, and also the hover color is white as well. So really the colors you choose for your site depends on the background image you upload. So if you've got a really light background image, so if it's like this, for example, white, then obviously you want your menu item colors to be dark so you can see it against the white background. But on my background image here is quite dark, so I needed to use a light color for the menu items. So let's head back to the first tab in the WordPress dashboard. So now we're back on our home page here, we can continue on with the customizations. So on this page, let's just hit the drop down here on this section here with the blue background. You want to hit the drop down here just to close that out so it's a lot cleaner. And then you want to click on add new section. And just to make it clear, we've now got two sections here, and let's close this one we just opened. So hit the drop down to close that section, and then the first section here, if you hit the drop down, you can see that's the section containing our website title and background image. So what you want to do is click on columns, and then click on 1/1 here, and then click on add module, and then click on text. So I'm going to paste in our services here. So if you want if you want to list your services on your homepage, then you can do what I'm doing here. So call this our services, or you might want to call this our skills if it's about your personal skills. So I'm going to type our services here. I'm going to highlight that, hit the drop down, and make this a heading 3. Then I'm going to center align that by clicking the center align icon, and then click on save. So we've got this little heading here, our services. So now I've created the heading, our services. I want to create 3 areas where I can talk about our services. So I'm going to click on columns here, and click on this one right here, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. And you can see now we've got 3 areas here where we can talk about our services. So on the first one here, click on add module here, then click on feature box. And you can see icon here, we can select the icon we want for that. So click on select icon, and then we can select an icon here. So this website's for an example beauty salon site. So when we're talking about the services, I think I'm going to have a heart icon. So you can choose any icon you like here, whatever's relevant to your website. So just scroll through here and choose whatever icon you like. I'm going to choose a heart icon here, if I can actually find it. There we go, here's the heart icon here. So I'm just going to click on that, and then I'm going to click on save. So there we go, my first service is going to have this icon at the top. So I'll do the same for the second and third service here. So I'm just basically adding an icon for each one. So you choose whatever icon you want to have above each of your services here. So let me do the same thing for the other 2. I'm just going to choose the same image for each one. So I can click add module for the second one, click on the feature box here, click on select icon, and then I'll choose that heart icon again. And then click on save. So I've done that for the first and the second one. I'll do the last one here. Click on add module, click on feature box, click select icon here, and then I'll choose the heart icon again. And then I'll click on save. So I've created the 3 icons for the 3 services I'm going to talk about now. And just one thing I forgot to mention is we can actually change the size of these icons as well. So I'm going to hover over the first one here and click on the pencil icon to edit that. And then under icon size here, I'm going to hit the drop down and choose 5, and then click save. As you can see, that's made the icon slightly bigger. So I'll do the same thing for the other 2. So for the second one, I'll click on the pencil icon here, and under icon size, I'll hit the drop down and choose 5, and then click on save. And do the same thing for the third one. Click on the pencil icon, under icon size, hit the drop down and select 5, and then click save. So what I want to do now is create some text for each of these services here. So for the first one, I'm going to click add module right here. Then I'm going to click on text right here. And then we can just write about this first service here. So I'm going to paste that here. So I'm going to highlight this text here, hit the drop down and select heading 3 to make this part a heading, and this part below is the content. So you want to type in a heading and some content right here, then just make this part a H3. So you want to do the same thing for your service or skill, whatever you're talking about here. Give it a heading and some content, then click on save. So let's now add a title and description for the second service. So in the second one here, click on add module, then click on text. Then I'm going to right click and paste in some text for this service. So I've got this right here. So I'm going to hit the return on the keyboard and I'm going to highlight this and hit the drop down and make that heading 3. Then I'm going to leave this as it is. So for yours, you want to put a title for your service or skill or whatever it is you're talking about, and then add some content below that, just talking about that in more detail. And then you want to highlight this and hit the drop down and select heading 3. So once you've done that, you want to then click save. So let's go ahead and do the third and final one. So click on add module, click on text, and then as you can see, it looks a little bit different. So sometimes it does this, it's a little bit buggy. So I'm going to paste my text here, and as you can see, you can't actually see it. I'm going to click close, and I'm just going to delete that text block. So for this text one, click the cross here. Let's delete that and let's try add it again. So click add module, click text, and there we go, it's looking how it should now. So I'm going to paste in my text here. And then this is going to be the heading for this service. So I'm going to highlight that, click the drop down and select heading 3. And then the text below this is just talking about this service in more detail. So if you're talking about your skills, then give your skill a heading here and then talk about that in detail. Once you've done that, click on save. And let's click on update at the top here just to save those changes. So let's take a look at our website and see what that looks like. So hover over the website name at the top and let's right click on visit site and open that in a new tab so we don't lose this page here. Let's head on over to the second tab and there you go, look at our website. Now we've got our services here and then we've got our free services here with our custom icons here and our heading and our text right here. So let's head back to our website and continue customizing the homepage. So I'm going to head to the first tab with the WordPress dashboard. So let's continue on then. So if we scroll down here, you can see it's looking quite confusing here right now. So what you want to do is you've got this blue one. Look at these blue headings section here. And then this blue one here section. So if you hit this little drop down here, that will close that out. Scroll up to the top, do the same thing for the other one. And there we go. As you can see, it's a little less confusing now. So if you want to edit those later on, you just hit the drop down and then you can edit the head in here, etc. I'm going to close this to just make it a little less confusing to look at. So now we've done that, close the two sections by hitting the drop down, then click add a new section. And there we go, so we've got another section here. So now I've done that, I want to click on the columns here. Then click on this one right here. And then click on add module. And then click on text. And I want to type or paste in a heading for this section. So I'm going to paste in meet our team here. So this is the next part on our homepage where I'm going to talk about our team. So if you want to do that, you can paste in your heading here. I'm going to highlight that, hit the drop down and select heading 3. Then click this center align button here to center align the text and then click save. And so if I just scroll up to the top and click update, and then I'll just head on over to our website to quickly show you what that has done. So hover over our website name, right click on visit site, open that in a new tab, head on over to the second tab, and there we go. If we scroll down on our website, You can see just as before we created our services, and then later on we spoke about our services. Right now we've just created our heading here, meet our team, and then just like here I'm going to talk about the team members of this website. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard in the first tab here, and let's do that now. So I'm going to close, all of these have opened up again, so I'm going to close the first two to make it less confusing to look at. Actually, I've closed all three of those here. So let's open up the third one, which is what we was just working in. So hit the drop down on the third section here. Scroll down. So we just added this heading here, meet our team. So click on gallery here, and then click on new image. So this is the image for the first team member. So on this site I'm going to have 4 team members, so I'm going to click new image again here. This is the one for the second team member. I'm going to click new image again. This is the one for the third team member, and I'll click new image again, and this is the one for the fourth team member. So let me do the first team member now. So on this image block you can see this pencil icon, so click on the pencil icon to edit that. Then for this select image here, you want to click on upload, and then click on the upload files tab. So you can click here to select the image from your computer, or you can drag it to this screen. I'm going to use that method. So I'm going to reduce the browser screen size. I'm going to open the folder on my computer containing the image for the first team member. So I'm going to go into here, and there it is right here. So I'm going to drag this right here and drop it right here. So that image is now uploaded. As you can see right here, it's selected. So all I need to now do is click select image, and there we go, there's the image. And if I scroll down here, you can choose the image title and the image description. So the image title is going to be this team member's name, and the image description is just going to be what they do. So for the image title here, I'm going to type her name, Lucy Jane. And then for the image description, I'm just going to paste in this right here, beauty expert. Then I'm going to click save. So now I've done the first one, I can do the remaining 3. So on the second one here, click on the pencil icon. Then for select image, click on upload here. Click on the upload files tab. And you can select the image from your computer or drag that to this screen. I'm going to drag it here. So I'm going to reduce the browser screen size and drag the second one here. Drop that right there. And it's uploading now. Once it's uploaded, you'll see the image right here. There we go, it's uploaded. It's selected here. So let's click select image in the bottom right. There we go. Let's scroll down, and for image title, we can put her name here. Then for image description, we can talk about what she does. So I'm going to enter her name here for image title. So I'm going to put Tina West. And then for the image description, I'm going to paste in now artist here. And then click on save. So there we go, we've done the first 2. Let's do the third one. So in image here, click on the pencil icon. And then under select image here, you want to click on upload. Then you want to click on the upload files tab, and you can select that from your computer by clicking this button, or you can drag the image to the screen here. I'm going to drag the image, so I'll reduce the browser screen size. Then I'll grab the third image here, drag and drop that here, and that's now uploaded and selected. So in the bottom right, I'm going to click select image. Then I'm going to scroll down here. And then for image title, I'm going to put her name here. And then for image description, I'm going to paste in what she does. So she's the eyelash specialist, and then I'm going to click save. And then finally the fourth one, so on the image here, click on the pencil icon. For select image, you want to click on upload. Then you want to click the upload files tab. Then you want to click here to select the image from your computer, or drag and drop the image to the screen. I'm going to drag and drop the image. So I'm going to reduce the screen size, drag the fourth image here, Now that's uploading, as you can see right here, and it's finished uploading and it's selected. So I can click on select image in the bottom right. There you go, there's the image. If I scroll down now, so for image title, I can put her name here. I'm just going to put Sarah Lee. Then for the image description, I can type in or paste in that right there. She's the beauty manager. And then I'm going to click save. And there we go, we've done that now. So what I want to do now is scroll to the top and click update to update those changes. Now let's take a look at our website. So hover over the website name at the top here, right click on visit site and click open link in new tab, so we keep this page open here. Head on over to the second tab and we're on our website. So if you scroll down now to the bottom, you can see this part here, meet our team, and then we've got our team members right here. So let's now head back to our WordPress dashboard in the first tab here. And then we can continue customizing our homepage right here. So if I scroll down, let's just minimize all of these sections. So the ones with the blue backgrounds. So hit the drop down to close that one. And do the same thing for the second one section here with the blue background. Hit the drop down. Do the same thing for the third one. Hit the drop down. So that makes it a little less confusing to look at. So the one we just did was this third one right here. So if you hit the drop down to open that one up. So we just did meet our team and then we created this. So if I quickly head back to the website, hover over the website name, right click on visit site and then open link in new tab. Go to the website in the second tab. And if we scroll down, we can actually make the background of this meet our team section light grey. So that way it just stands out against this our services here. So let's do that. So head back to the WordPress dashboard in the first tab. And then on this section here, this third section, we've got three here. You've got this one, and this one, which is currently open. You want to click on the gear icon on the section with the blue background. So click on the gear icon here and you can see this background color right here. So let's just make that light gray. So click on this here and you can choose the color by clicking around here. So it's got the color right here, so that looks about right. That's quite a light gray color. So I'm going to click save here. Then I'm going to click update. So scroll up to the top of this page, click update to save those changes, and then let's head back to our website. So if you hover over the website name at the top here, right click on visit site and open that in a new tab. And then let's head on over to the second tab in the website. So if we scroll down, you can see now the background color is now gray for our meet our team section. So that just helps to differentiate our services and meet our team. So let's head back to WordPress dashboard in the first tab. So I'm just going to hit the drop down for all of these sections to close all of those to make it less confusing, because they're all open by default like this and it looks really confusing. So especially if you're a beginner. So go to the section here with the blue background and click the drop down to close that out. Do the same thing for the second section with the blue background. Hit the drop down to close that. Do the same thing for the third one here. So that's it, they're all closed now. So what we want to do is we want to add another section to the homepage where we can talk about customer testimonials. So click on add new section here. Then you want to click on columns here. Click on 1/1. Then click on add module here. Click on text, and then you want to give this section a heading. So in this case we're talking about customer testimonials. So I'm going to give this a heading of our happy customers. So type in your heading here or paste that. Highlight the text, hit the drop down. And we're going to make this heading free. I'm going to highlight the text and click center align to center align the text, and then click save. So now I've created our heading here. I then want to create 3 areas below this with 3 customer testimonials. So to do that, click on columns here, then click on this one right here, 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So if I scroll up, you can see we created our happy customers as a heading, and then down below here I've just created 3 sections here where I can talk about free customer testimonials. So for the first one here, you want to click on Add Module, then click on Feature Box, and then just like before we can choose an icon for this. So click on Select Icon, and if you scroll down you can choose an icon. Now in this area I'm talking about a customer testimonial, so I'm going to choose a speech bubble icon I found in the icons here, which is right here. So I'm going to click this one right here. Then for the title, I'm going to put the person's name here. So write the person's name here for the title, and then for the text here, you can type in or paste in a testimonial. So I'm going to paste in the testimonial here. Then I'm going to highlight this text and I'm going to click this quotation icon here. Then I'm going to click Save. So that's the first one. So let's do the same thing for the second one. So you want to click on Add Module in the second column here. Click on Feature Box. Then for the icon, you want to select an icon here. Now again, this is a second testimonial, so I'm just going to use the same speech bubble icon here. Then I'm going to put their name for the title here. So I'm going to type the name here. And then for text here, I'm going to paste or type in the testimonial. So I'm going to paste that in there, and as you can see, it's been a little buggy again. You can't see the text. It's acting a little strange again, so I'm just going to click Save here. Then go back to the second one which we just created. I'm going to hover over the pencil icon and click on that so we can edit that. So if we scroll down now, it's still not showing up properly for some reason. I don't know why it does this. There's a little bit of a bug with this, I guess. So I'm just going to close this out, click on the cross at the top here, and let's try it again. Hopefully it works this time. So actually what I'm going to do, instead of clicking the pencil icon to edit, I'm actually just going to delete this. So click on the cross here to delete that. And let's try add that again. Click Add Module, click Feature Box. For the icon, I'm going to click Select Icon. I'm going to select the speech bubble icon here. Then there we go. So title, I can put the title, their name here. And then here we go. On text, we can type or paste in their testimonial, and it's looking fine here. So everything's working again. So paste in or type in the testimonial here. Highlight the testimonial and then click the quotation icon here, and then click Save. So there we go, we've done the second one. Let's do the third one now. Click on Add Module, click on Feature Box. For the icon here, click Select Icon. I'm going to click on this speech bubble icon to add that. Scroll down here, and we can put the title, we put their name, but as I can see right here under text, it's looking a little strange again, so it's being a little buggy again. So I'm just going to delete this. Click the cross at the top here to close that. Then for this feature box, we just want to click the cross to delete that. And then hopefully when we add it again, it will work properly. So click Add Module, click on Feature Box, and let's scroll down. There we go. We can see it's looking how it should be. So this is going to work this time. So let's select our icon here. So click Select Icon. Let's choose the speech bubble icon. Scroll down under title here. We want to put the person's name. So let's type in their name here. Then in the text here, you want to paste or type in their testimonial here. And there we go. So highlight that and then click the quotation button. Then click Save. So we've now got our 3 testimonials here. and we've got our heading here, our happy customers. So let's scroll up to the top of this page and click update to save those changes. And let's take a look at our website. So hover over the website name, right click on visit site and open that in a new tab. Head over to the second tab, and if we scroll down here on our home page, you can now see this, our happy customers. We've got our free testimonials here, we've got their name and their testimonial below. Now if you want to make this text a little bigger here, then we can do that as well. So let's head back to our WordPress dashboard in the first tab, and all of these sections are all opened up here. So let's just minimize all of those to make it look less confusing. So under section here with the blue backgrounds, hit the drop down, do the same thing for the other two, or the other three should I say. So there we go, we've closed all of those out. So the fourth section here is the one we were just working in. So let's hit the drop down to open that up. Scroll down, we've got our happy customers, then we've got our free testimonials. So we wanted to make their testimonial a little bigger, the text. So you can click on the pencil icon here to edit that for the first one. And if you scroll down, let's highlight their testimonial here, hit the drop down and make that a H4. So click heading 4, then click save. So there you go, you can see the text here is slightly bigger. So let's do the same thing for the second testimonial here. So hover over the pencil icon and click on that. Scroll down, and as you can see it's looking a little bit strange again, it's not showing up again. So let's just close this by clicking across here, and let's try that again. Click the pencil icon to edit the second feature box, and there we go. Now you can see it's displaying as it should be with the formatting options here. So highlight the text, testimonial, hit the drop down and choose heading 4, then click save. Let's do the same thing for the third and final one. So next to the feature box here, click the pencil icon, scroll down, and as you can see it's looking strange again, it's not showing up properly, a little bug. So click the cross here at the top, and let's try that again. So next to feature box, click the pencil icon, and there we go, it's displaying fine now. So I don't know why it does that, but as you can see, if that happens you just close it out and then go back to it and it shows up. So highlight our testimonial here, hit the drop down, choose heading 4, then click save. There we go, so we've done all three of those now. So scroll up to the top on this page and click update. So now what we want to do is preview our website. So hover over our website name, right click on visit site and open that in a new tab. Head over to the second tab, scroll down to the bottom of our home page, and you can see now the text for these testimonials is a lot bigger than it was before. So that looks a little better. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard in the first tab and continue customizing our home page. So let's minimize all of these sections here. So that's this section here with the blue background. Hit the icon at the ends to close that out. Do the same thing for the second one. Hit the drop down to close that. Hit the drop down to close this one, this one. So it's all of the sections have the blue background, so it's easy to find that. It's just the end button right here. So let's create another section on our home page, and this is going to just give some facts about our website. So click on add new section here, then click on column, then click on 1/1, then click on add module, click text here, and then we can give this section a heading. So I'm going to call it juicy facts, or you can call this facts about us, or key facts, whatever you want. I'm going to call it juicy facts. I'm going to highlight that, click the drop down here and make that heading 3. So hit heading 3. Then highlight the text and click the center align button here to center align that. Then click save. So now I've created the heading for that. I can now hit columns here and then choose 1/3, 1/3, 1/3. So you can see we've got our heading here, juicy facts, and then below that we've got these 3 columns here where we can talk about some key facts for our website. So for example, you can talk about how many social subscribers you've got on Facebook, or you can talk about performance indicators, or we have 20,000 happy customers, etc, etc. You can talk about whatever you want here. So click on Add Module in the first column here. Then click on a feature box. Then let's select an icon. So click on Select Icon. I'm going to choose a check mark for this. So I'm going to click the check mark icon. Then scroll down, and for title here, I'm just going to put some information about some key facts for our website. So I'm going to paste in 10,000 happy customers. Then I'm going to click Save. So now I'm going to do the same thing for the second column here. So click on Add Module, click on Feature Box. Let's select an icon here. I'm going to choose the same check mark here. Then for the title here, I'm going to paste in another bit of information. So I'm going to say 20,000 nails installed weekly. Then I'm going to click Save. So that's the first 2. Let me do the third and final one. So click on Add Module, click on a Feature Box, click Select Icon, and I'm going to choose the check mark icon again. Then for title, I'm going to put my facts here. 50,000 eyelashes applied weekly. Then I'm going to click Save. So there we go, we've got our juicy facts heading here. Then below that we've got 3 sections talking about some information about our website, some key information. So now we've done that, I'm going to scroll to the top and click Update to update those changes. Then we can take a look at what our website looks like now. So hover over the website name at the top, right click on Visit Site and open that in a new tab. So head on over to the second tab. Let's scroll down on our website homepage to the bottom, and you can see this right here, Juicy Facts, and then we've got the key information that we was entering a second ago. So we can give this section a light grey background color just to differentiate it, like we did earlier right here. So it's this services has a white background, Meet Our Team has a grey background, Our Happy Customers has a white background. So let's give this Juicy Facts a grey background color, just the same as this one right here. So let's head back to our website WordPress dashboard in the first tab. And I'm going to close all of these sections with the blue background. I'm going to hit the drop down to close all of those, minimize all of those to make it a little less confusing to look at. So there we go. So these are our 5 sections. This last one here is the one we just created, talking about our juicy facts in this case. So I want to make the background color light gray. So I'm just going to scroll down on this page to the bottom, and I'm going to copy the light gray I used before. So menu text color, I'm going to click on that gray. I'm going to copy the hexadecimal code here. Then I'm going to scroll up, and in this section right here, which is the one about our facts, I'm going to click the gear icon here. Then for background color, I'm going to click here, and I'm just going to paste in that hexadecimal code right there to choose the same light grey color. Now you don't need to use the code, you can actually just click around here and select whatever background color you want, but I want this color to be the same grey as before, so I'm just pasting in the code right here. Then I'm going to click Save, then scroll up to the top and click Updates to update those changes. So let's now take a look at our website. So hover over our website name here, right click on Visit Site and open that in a new tab. Let's head on over to the second tab. So if you scroll down here, you can now see that this Juicy Facts section has got a light grey background, just the same as this Meet Our Team right here. So it just makes it look a little bit nicer. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. So let's now customize the footer of our website. So if you hover over Appearance and click on Widgets, so you can see this footer widget here. So what we can do is we can drag a Pages widget. So on the left here, if you left click and drag that all the way here into the footer widget, then we can just give this a title here of, say, menu, for example, and then click Save. So what that did is that added a list of our website pages in the footer. So if you head back to the website, you can see that. So hover over the website name, right click on visit site, and then click open in new tab. In the second tab on our website homepage, let's scroll down to the bottom, and you can now see in the footer we've added this menu here, and it's listing our website pages right here. And this title here, menu, is what we put as the title here, right here. So you can have whatever you want here. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard and continue on with our customization. So hover over appearance here and click on menus. And then you want to click this create a new menu. And then you want to give it a menu name of social, and then click create menu. So on the left here, you can click on custom links here. And then for link text here, you can put one of your social accounts. So you can type Facebook here, for example. So type in Facebook and then type in or paste in your Facebook page URL here. So as an example, I'm going to put http www.facebook.com/your page name. And then once you've done that, so type in Facebook and then paste your Facebook URL here, and then click add to menu. So as you can see in our menu here, this is a footer menu. We're going to have this in the footer of our site. So we've got Facebook. You can do the same thing for whatever you want here. So link text, you can put Twitter, type Twitter here, put your Twitter link here. So let's put www.twitter.com/your URL. So you want to paste in or type in your Twitter page URL. And then once you've given it a title and a URL, you want to click add to menu. And there you go. So we've now got Facebook, we've got Twitter. You can put whatever you want here. So you can do Instagram. So you want to repeat this process and then click add to menu to add all of your social accounts in this menu. So I'm just going to have Facebook and Twitter here. And what you want to do now is just click on save menu once you've put all your social accounts here. So now hover over appearance and click widgets. And if we click the drop down to open up the footer widget here, we already put our pages here as we saw earlier in the footer. So what you can do here is you can left click on custom menu here and then drag that into this footer widget area and drop that right there. So then on this select menu here, hit the drop down and choose social. So this is the menu we just created with our social accounts. And then for the title, you can just put something like connect with us and then click save. So now let's head back to our website. So hover over the website name, right click on visit site, and then open it in a new tab. So if we scroll down into our website footer, you can now see we've got our pages listed here, and now we've got this connect us, which lists our social accounts. So that's the menu we just created. So we can put some other stuff in the footer here as well. So you might want to, for example, have your contact telephone number, your email address, etc. in the footer. So we can add some more footer information. So let's do that now. So head back to the WordPress dashboard in the first tab. And then what you want to do, I'm just going to click this here to minimize that. So this is our footer widget. So we want to add some more things in this area right here. So on the left here, scroll down and you can see this text widget right here. So left click on this text widget, drag it up to the top and dump it in this footer widget area right here. And for the title, you can just say get in touch, or you can put whatever you want here. I'm just going to say get in touch. Then in the content, I can say email, and then I'll put example at email.com, and then I'll hit enter on the keyboard, and then I'll type telephone, and then put the telephone number 123456789. And if you scroll down and click save here, then head back to the website. So hover over the website name, right click on visit site, open that in a new tab. And then if we scroll down to the bottom, the footer of our website, you can see that here, get in touch. And we've got our email here and then telephone. And we want to create a space here. So this is on a new line. So head back to the WordPress dashboard. So what you want to do is underneath the email here, you want to put this triangular brackets BR. And then you can do that twice. And that's just some HTML codes to create a space. So I've done that twice. So I'm going to click save here. Let's head back to the website again. So hover over the website name, right click on visit site and click open in new tab. So let's scroll down to the footer of our website and you can see that right here. We've got get in touch, we've got our email and contact telephone number. So another thing we can add in the footer is we can add a Google Maps. So if we're a local store, for example, you might want to have a Google map displaying your location. So we can do that as well. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard in the first tab here. Let me hit this drop down to minimize that. So in our footer widget area, we've got our pages, we've got our social links, we've got some information here, email and contact telephone number. Now we want to add a Google map. So to do that, we want to drag another text widget in this footer area here. So scroll down here, left click on text here and drag it all the way to the top and dump it right here inside the footer widget. So dump that there, and right here in content, we want to paste the code we're going to get from Google Maps. So let's go over to Google Maps. So I'm going to open a new tab in the web browser and go to Google Maps. Right here. Now if you don't know how to find this, let me close that tab out. Let's open a new tab and just go to google.com. And then you just type in maps here, hit enter, and there you go, there's Google Maps, the first result. So click on Google Maps. And what you can do is you can type in your address here and click search. This is an example site, so I don't really have an address, so I'm just going to type Las Vegas and hit enter. And there we go. And so you want to type in your address here of your location and hit enter. And then what you want to do is on the bottom here, you want to click on share. And then you want to click on embed map. And you can choose the size of the map here. So on the drop down, it's currently set to medium. We can choose small. Or you can hit the drop down, choose large or custom size right here and enter the dimensions. I'm going to choose custom size and I'm going to put 300 by 200. So you can go ahead and do the same. So choose custom size here, type 300 by 200. And then you want to right click on this code. You want to left click on the codes to select all of that, right click and copy that. Then let's head back to our WordPress dashboard in the first tab. And you want to paste that code in this text widget that we just dragged here. And then click save. So I'll just minimize that right here. As you can see, this is the text widget we dragged in earlier. If you've forgotten how to do that, let me just delete this one. So I'll hit the drop down and scroll down and click delete. So you just come down to the left here, left click on text, drag it up and dump it right here in the footer area. And then you want to paste in the Google Maps code here in content and then click save. And if you want, you can give that a title and say find us here, or you don't have to put a title. I'm just going to put a title like that and click save. So now let's head over to our website to have a look at our footer to see the Google Maps there. So hover over your website name, right click on visit site and click open link in new tab. Scroll down to the footer of our website and you can see our map right here. Now you can see that we've got too much stuff here, so it's actually sitting above this right here. So we want to remove something from the footer. We've got our social links here already, so we don't really need this connect with us, so we can just get rid of that. So go back to our WordPress dashboard here, and let's hit the drop down to minimize that. So we've got this connect with us, get in touch. So you want to have just 3 items here in the footer right here. So what you want to do is get rid of one of these. I'm going to get rid of this connect with us because we've already got social links on our footer. So I'm going to click delete here. And there we go. So we've got our pages, get in touch with some random text, which in this case we put a telephone number and email. Then we've got this find us here, which is our Google Maps. So let's head back to our website, hover over the website name, right click on visit site, open that in a new tab. Scroll down to the footer of our website, and there we go. You can see we've got our maps here, we've got an email, and we've got a menu. And I think these titles, it will look better without these actually. So I'm going to remove those. So head back to our WordPress dashboard, and then here in footer widget, this first one is the pages. So hit the drop down, and I'm going to remove that title, and then just click save. I'll hit the drop down to close that one, and I'll open up the second one here. So hit the drop down. I'm going to remove the title here and scroll down and click save. Then I'll minimize that. So hit the drop down here. Then let's open up the third one, hit the drop down. Let's remove this title and then click save. And now let's head back to our website. So hover over the website name, right click on visit site, and open it in a new tab. Scroll down to the footer of our website, and there we go. We've got our Google Maps, we've got email and contact telephone number, and we've got our pages right here. Now actually I think I should have a heading for this one right here. So I'm just going to go back to the WordPress dashboard. We'll hit the drop down to close that one. So that's this second one here. Hit the drop down, you can see that here, email and telephone. So I'm just going to say get in touch. Then click save. So if I hit the drop down, I can go back to the website, hover over the website name, right click on visit site, and open that in a new tab. Scroll down to the footer, and you can see that right there. So that looks great. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. So another thing we can do on this site is customize the colors of our website. So to do that, hover over appearance and click on customize. Then click on colors, and then click on global. So you can see right here, we can customize the color of links and buttons and a few other elements as well if you scroll down. So if you want to really customize this website, you can even customize the colors. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave all of the default colors, but I just thought I'll quickly show you that right here. So if you do make any changes here, just remember you need to click save and publish before those changes will go live on your site. So let me click the cross here to return to the WordPress dashboard. So let's take a look at our website now. So hover over the website name and let's just click on visit site here. So as you can see, we've customized our homepage completely now. We've got this area right here with a heading. We've got our background image as well. We've got our services. We've got meet our team. We've got our happy customers, juicy facts. We've added some more stuff in the footer. We've got some social icons here as well. And we've got our menu right here. So the last thing we need to do now is we need to add some content to these pages. If you remember, when we first created these 4 pages here, we actually just gave them the headings. We didn't actually put any content for these pages. So we can now go ahead and start to create some content for these pages. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. So hover over the website name and click dashboards. So to return to our pages, you simply hover over pages and click on all pages. And then these are our website pages we created. So you want to, let's do the first one. Let's do the about us. So hover over about us and click on edit. And as you can see, we just gave this page a title. We didn't actually put any content for this page. So we can go ahead and do that right now. So what you can do is you can just type in or paste in your content here and format it with these options here, and then click update to update the changes. But what we're going to do is we're going to create our content for this page using the page builder, and that's what we was using earlier. So to do that, under template here, you want to hit the drop down and click on page builder. And then you want to click on add new section here, and then click on image slider here. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a slider on our About Us page. So click on new slide here, then click this image right here, and that will allow us to upload our image. So click on that. Then you can see this right here, select image. So click on upload here, and then click on upload files tab here. So you can click here to select the image from your computer, or you can drag the file to this window right here. I'm going to use that method. So I'm going to reduce the browser size, the screen size, and from my computer I've got a folder here, and I'm going to go in there and I've got my slider images in here. So I'm going to drag the first slider image here to upload that to my website, and you can see it's uploading right here. So now it's finished uploading and it's selected, as you can see here. I can click the select image button here, and then I can click save. So that's the first slider. So I want to add a second slider, so click on new slide, click on this icon right here. Then for select image, we want to click on upload, and then click the upload files tab, and then you can select that image from your computer, or you can drag and drop it to this screen. I'm going to drag the image here. So I'll reduce the browser screen size and drag the second slide image here. And that's uploading here. So it's finished uploading, and I'm going to click select image. Then I'm going to click save. And then I'm going to do the third and final slider here. So click on new slide, click on this icon right here, and under select image you want to click upload here. Click on the upload files tab, and you can click here to select the image from your computer, or you can drag it to the screen. I'm going to drag it here. So I'll reduce the browser screen size. I'll drag the image from my computer into the screen here. And it's finished uploading here. So now I'm going to click select image and then click save. So now we've uploaded those here. Let's scroll up to the top and click update. So now let's take a look at this About Us page. So what you can do is on the top here, just click on View Page right here. So this is our About Us page, and you can see we've got our slider right here, and you can toggle along right here with the slider. So if you scroll down, we've just got this image slider on our About Us page. We need to add some content below this. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. So hover over the website name and click on Dashboard. And then let's go back to our pages. So we want to hover over pages and click all pages. Then we want to continue adding content to our About Us page. So hover over our About Us page here and click edit. So if we scroll down here, we've got our 3 sliders here. So now we want to add some text below here. So click on columns here, click on 1/1, then click add module here and click text. So this is where you want to add some content for your About Us page. So I'm going to paste in my text right here, or you can type your text in. And I want this text to be a little bit bigger than usual, so I'm going to highlight this and hit the drop down and just make this a heading 4. So now I've done that, I'm going to click save, then scroll all the way up to the top and click update to update the changes to this page. So now you can click view page at the top here to view our About Us page. So here's our slider right here. So what we can do now is if you scroll down, you can see our text is below that right here. So we created a slider on our About Us page, and then we just added some text right here. Now if you want this text to be a bit smaller, I chose this as heading 4. You could choose this as heading 5 if you want the text to be a little bit smaller. So that's up to you. So let me head back to the WordPress dashboard. So I'll hover over the website name and click dashboard. And then hover over pages and click all pages. So we've finished adding our content to our About Us page. Let's add some content to our Contact Us page. So hover over Contact Us and click on Edit. So this is our Contact Us page, and as you can see, we've just got a heading for this page. We don't actually have any content. So we can add some content right now. So what we need to do is we need to install a contact form plugin, and we're going to grab some code from that plugin and we're going to paste it on the page right here, and that's going to generate a contact form on this page. So let's grab the plugin and install that. So let's install the plugin. So hover over plugins and click add new. And then in the search box at the top here, you want to type contact form 7 and then hit enter on your keyboard. So this right here is the contact form 7 plugin. So you need to click on install now and then click on activate plugin. So what you want to do is, you can see the contact form 7 plugin here. So you want to click on settings here. And you can see this short code right here. So if you left click on that and then right click and copy that code, this is the code we're going to paste on our Contact Us page, which will generate the contact form for us. Now you can customize the email that messages are sent to through your contact form. So to do that, you want to just hover over this contact form one and click on edit. And then if you click on the mail tab here, you can see our email right here. So when someone completes the contact form and presses send, this is the email that's going to receive those messages. So you can customize that. If you want to use a different email here to receive those messages, then you can put a different email here and then just make sure you click save here. And then this email right here will receive all of the messages sent through your contact form. So now that we've got our short code, we copied the short code in the previous step, but I'll just show you that again. So on the left here, you've got contact, so click on contact forms, and then the short code's right here, so you can just left click and then right click and copy. So let's head on over to our Contact Us page and paste this code in there. So hover over pages and click all pages. Then hover over our Contact Us page and click edit. So what we want to do on this page is, we could paste the code right here to generate the contact form, but what we're going to do is we're going to add our content using the page builder that we've been working with. So to do that, on the right here, underneath template, you want to click on the drop down here and select page builder. Then click on add new section and then click on columns, and then this one, select half right here. So what you want to do in this second column here, so it's the one on the right, you want to click on add module and click on text, and then you just want to right click and paste in that short code we copied and then click on save. So this is basically the contact form. So this code right here is going to generate the contact form. So on our Contact Us page right now, we've got two columns. We've got this right column, which has got our contact form. Then in the left column, we can just add some more details. You might want to add an email address, a contact telephone number. So let's do that now. So on the left-hand column, this one right here, click on add module and then click on text. So we can type in here. Now it's going a little bit buggy again. So let's click the cross here to come out of here. And that's just this text. This is what we just added. So just click the cross here to delete that. And we'll try add that again. So click add module, click the text here. And there we go. Everything's looking how it should be. So you might want to write phone here and put your telephone number here. And then if you hit enter, you can put email and put your email here as well. and then click save. So on our contact us page, on the left we're going to have our telephone number and email, and then on the right we're going to have our contact form. So at the top here, if you scroll up to the top and click update to save those changes, then you can click on view page here to view our contact us page. There you go, here's our contact us page. It's got our contact form on the right here, and then on the left it's got our telephone and email, and these are really small, so we need to make this a little bit bigger. And what we can also do is we can add a Google map here as well. So let's do that now. So hover over your website name and click on dashboard. Let's go back to our contact us page. So hover over pages, click all pages. Hover over our contact us page and click on edit. So on the left here, in the left column, you can see in this text block here, we put our telephone and email. So click the pencil icon there. And I can just type in or paste in our physical address here. So we've got our telephone number, our email, and our physical address. So let's highlight this, highlight all of this, click the center align button here to center align that. Then hit the drop down and make this a heading 5. So select heading 5. And then click save, and then let's click update to update the changes. So we can also add a Google Maps underneath this as well. So to do that we need to head back to Google Maps. So I'm going to open up Google in a new tab, then I'm going to type maps, then the first result here is Google Maps, so click on that. Then in the search box here, type in your physical address. So in this example site I don't really have a physical address, so I'm just going to type Vegas here. Then I'm going to click share. Once you type in your physical address and search, you want to click share. Then click on embed map. Then you want to select the medium size here. So select medium here. Left click on this to select that, and then right click and copy that code. So let's head back to our WordPress dashboard in the first tab here. And you want to paste that code in this area right here. So the text area where we put our telephone number, email, and physical address. So hover over that and click the pencil icon to edit that. Then you want to put the cursor here, hit enter on the keyboard, and then paste that code right here. Now actually I just made a mistake. We need to actually be in the text tab here when you're pasting in code. So let me remove that. So we're always typing in the visual tab right here. And if you click on the text tab, you can see all of the coding that's going on, the HTML coding. So if you click the visual tab, this is where we would work typically. And then that automatically turns into HTML code in the text tab. Now in this case, because we're pasting in Google Maps code, we need to actually do that, paste that in the text tab. So let's click the text tab here and just hit enter on your, click down the lowest part here, hit enter on your keyboard, then just paste in the code below here. Then you can hit the visual tab to go back there. And if you scroll down there, you can see there's this big grey box where our map's going to display. So then click save here. And then you can actually see a preview of that right here. So scroll up to the top now and click update to update the changes to this page. Then at the top here, click view page to view our contact us page. So there we go, here's our contact us page. We've got a contact form on the right here. So if anyone wants to contact you, they can fill in their details here, click send, and that will get sent directly to your email. And we also listed our telephone number here, email, and physical address. And this is optional, you don't actually have to put this there. And we also put this map here, which is awesome. So we've now finished our contact us page here. So if we look in the menu here, click on about us. We've done our about us page. We've done our contact us page here. We've done our home page here. So the last thing we need to do is this blog page here. So let's click on that. There's nothing here right now. And that's because we don't actually have any blog posts on this website. So we need to now start creating some blog posts, and they're going to appear on this blog page right here. So hover over the website name and click on dashboard. So to create your blog posts, what you would do is hover over posts here and click on add new. So just like before, we need to put a title for this post, and then we can put the content down here. So my title for this page is going to be this one right here. So type in or paste in your title here. And then we can paste or type in the content down here, and then use these formatting options to edit those. So I'm going to right click and paste in my content for this blog post. So I've pasted in my content here. This part is going to be a heading, so I'm going to highlight that and hit the drop down here and choose heading 3. And then this part right here is a heading, so I can highlight that, hit the drop down and choose heading 3. And then this is a heading, so I'll highlight that, hit the drop down and choose heading 3. These are bullet points, so if I delete this part here and hit the bullet point icon, then I'll click here to put the cursor here, hit the backspace and then hit enter, click to put the cursor here, backspace, enter. And then I'll do the same thing for these, so I'll delete this part, and then once the cursor's here, I'll click the bullet icon. And as you can see, that's gone wrong, so I'm going to click the bullet icon again to get rid of that. I'm going to hit enter here to create a space. Then I'm going to hit the bullet icon right now, like that. So let me do that again. There we go. So this is the blog post. And what you can see on the right here, if you scroll down, we can click set featured image. So you need to set a featured image as well. So click on set featured image, click on upload files, and you can click here to select the image from your computer, or you can drag the image to this window. Let's do the drag and drop method. So I'll reduce the screen size. I'm going to select that image from my computer and drag that right here. And that's uploading here, and it's finished uploading, so I can click set featured image, and you can see that right here. So scroll up to the top. Once you've finished your blog post, you've entered your content, you've edited it using these right here. And actually I'll also show you how to add an image here as well. So let's say, for example, you wanted an image right here. So you can put the cursor here. Whoops. Now, as you can see, I just lost the heading here, so I could highlight that and choose it again from here, but there's actually an undo button right here. So if I just click undo, that's brought my heading back. So this is a redo button and this is an undo button. So I've clicked here to put the cursor here, so I want to put an image right here. So to do that, click add media. And you can choose an existing image from the media library tab, or you can click upload files to upload a new image. I'm just going to click media library and just select any image here because this is just an example. So I'll click this image to insert this image and click insert into post. So there you go, I've inserted this image on this blog post. I can left click it and then choose these right here to align it. I can center align it with this, or I can left align here with the text on the right, or I can right align with the text on the left. And then if you want to increase or reduce the size of this image, you can just drag it right here. So hover over the edge here, you can drag it out or down to reduce or increase the size of this image. So I'm just going to leave it like that, and now I've added my featured image as well. I'm going to click publish to publish that blog post. So now we can have a look at that blog post. So click on view post right here at the top. And there you go, here's our blog post. We've got a featured image at the top here. We've got our heading and our content right here. And then this image, this looks a bit random here, but I just added that just to show you how to add an image on the blog post. So I wouldn't actually have this image here. I'll just have the featured image here and then my content right here. Now as you can see on the bottom of this page, we've got comments here. So if anyone wants to comment on this blog post, they can actually do that right here. So you might not want comments open on this blog post, so I'm going to show you how to do that. So head back to the WordPress dashboard. So hover over the website name and click on dashboard. And then if you hover over posts and click all posts, this will show us all of our blog posts. Right now we've just got the one. So hover over that and click on quick edit. And then right here you can see allow comments. So you just want to uncheck that and then click update. So that will remove the comment box from that blog post. Now let's take a look at that blog post again. So hover over this and click on view here. And if you scroll down to the bottom, you can see we've got rid of that comment box. So the other thing we can do is customize this sidebar right here. So you can actually remove the sidebar if you don't want anything here. I think it would look better on this site to just completely remove this sidebar here. Or you can customize it. You can just have your recent posts displayed here, your recent blog posts, recent comments, or whatever you want. I'm just going to show you how to customize this right now. So let's head back to the WordPress dashboard. So hover over your website name and click on dashboard. Hover over appearance and click on widgets. So as you saw earlier, if I just hit this drop down to open that up, we was adding content here to customize the footer on our website. And this is the footer widget. Now you can see this area right here is the sidebar. So all of these items that you're seeing listed right here is what we're seeing in the sidebar on our blog post. So you can actually delete all of these if you don't want anything in the sidebar. So to delete these, you just hit the drop down, click delete. So you do that for each one, hit the drop down, click delete. Or another quicker way of doing it is you can actually just left click on this, drag it to the left and drop. Left click, drag to the left and drop, left click, drag to the left and drop. So now our sidebar here is completely empty. So if I head back to our website to show you that, I'll hover over the website name and I'll right click on visit site and open that in a new tab. So here's our website. So let's go down to our blog post. So click on our blog page here. And here's our blog post right here. So this is just a preview of the blog post, so we need to click that to go to the full size version, the full blog post. And if I scroll down on this blog post, you can see right here that the sidebar is no longer visible here. So if we just head back to the first tab in the WordPress dashboard, you can actually, if you want to add items in the sidebar, then you simply drag them from the left here. So let's say, for example, you wanted your recent comments listed in your sidebar. Then you would just simply come down here to this recent comments, left click and drag that all the way to the sidebar and just drop that right here. So that will display your recent comments in your sidebar. And then you can choose right here the number of comments you want showing up. So if you want 5 comments, then leave it at the default. If you want less, you click here and you can reduce and increase that as you like. I want to keep our sidebar completely clean, so I don't want anything in our sidebar, so I'm just going to drag this to the left and drop. And that's made our sidebar completely empty. So now every time you want to add a new blog post to your website, all you do is you hover over posts and click add new. And then you add your title here, your content here, then you edit that using the formatting options, and you can add media here to add some images on this page. And then you scroll down here, click set featured image and choose your featured image, and then when you're ready, click publish. So if you want to add more blog posts to your website, that's how you do it. Now let's head on over to our website. So hover over the website name and click visit site. And then if we go on over to our blog page here, so click on this. This blog page will display a list of all of our blog posts. So right now we've just got one blog post and that's displaying right here. Now this looks a bit big to me. You may like it like this, I don't. So what we can do is we can actually set our blog post to display in a grid format, a little bit like Pinterest. So to do that, hover over the website name and click on Dashboard. Then hover over Appearance and click on Customize. Then you want to click on Layout here. And then you want to click on Blog Posts Page. And you can see right here the style. If you hit the drop down, you can choose grid here, or you can choose medium. You can choose medium, and if we click on the blog page here in the preview, so we can take a look at that, this is how it will display if you choose medium. If you hit the drop down and choose grid, then this is how your blog posts display on your blog page. And I like it like this. I think this looks pretty cool. So I'm going to choose grid here under style and then click save and publish. So now let's click the cross here to head back to our WordPress dashboard. And I'll just quickly create a second blog post just so you can see how they look side by side. So to create our second blog post, hover over posts and click add new. And then I'm just going to call this blog post post 2, and then this is some sample content. So I've given my blog post a heading, a description, its content. Scroll down now and click set featured image. You can click this upload files tab to upload a new image, but I'm just going to click the media library tab to just select any image from here. I'm just going to click this one and then click set featured image. So now I've done that, I've set a featured image, I've given this blog post a title and its content right here, and then I'm just going to click publish to publish that blog post. So this is our second blog post. So if you click view post here, this is our blog post, but there's nothing on this page because I just created a short heading, description, and this is the featured image. So what you can do is click on blog here to go to our blog page, and there you go. You can see now this was our first blog post we created, and this is the second example blog post I just created, just so you can see how they look side by side on this blog page. So we've now reached the end of this tutorial showing you how to create a website. I hope you enjoyed the training. If you found the video helpful, then let me know by liking the video. And if there's something I didn't cover in the video that you really wanted to learn, then let me know in the comments below the video. And be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any of our future training. You can also check out some of the free stuff on our website at websitewizard.tv. And you can grab our free customizable logos, you can take our free courses, and we've got a bunch of other free resources. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.